Cool stuff. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another lab session. Here we are. Let's dive straight into it, y'all. I got some things on my phone I want to go over with y'all, and we'll go from there. First thing first on the list. First thing first on the list. Start with tattoos, man. Tattoos. If I would have known I'd be doing what I'm doing now, or like I'd be into fitness and all that stuff, I probably would have never got no tattoos, right? I started getting tattoos when I was like 16. I got this one right here. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's an hourglass with a skull in it. I got this when I was 16. This really like a YOLO tattoo for me. So it's like anytime I be scared or I'm like I'm finna do something and I'm like I don't know, I look at this, I'm like, well, I'm gonna die either way, man. So I might as well do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? What I rather live with if I do it, or let me just go ahead and shoot my shot, whatever it might be, right? The next one I had got with my flags, the Puerto Rican and Trinidadian flags, I gotta put on for the folks. What else I got up on me? I got my chest done. I ain't gonna take it off, but I got like a yin yang with a tree that's alive and a tree that's dead. I got my last name on my ribs. I got this gorilla with '08 inside of it, right? 'Cause my birthday is '08, and I got the gorilla in that bin. I was gonna get this on my throat, right? I was gonna do that, but everybody was like, nah, don't do that, don't do that. And I was like, damn, they right. I shouldn't have done that. So I didn't do it, but I think it would have been raw if I got this on my chest, because it's one of my favorite ones. I got this on my chest, or like somewhere more visible. I feel like I wanted that one to get appreciated, you know? I got this spider right here. I got this one because I had a dream about a spider. I looked up what it mean, right? And I looked up what it mean. It was like how a spider creates its own web, it creates its own destiny and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, cool. So maybe that's what it meant for me to get this tattoo. So I went and got that. I got this right here. It's like two faces talking to each other because I be talking to myself. And I got the Eye of Horus, I got Anubis, and I got like a reincarnation symbol right there. And then it's just the two heads talking to themselves. Inside this spider tattoo, I got the letters I don't even know letters. GIHYL, right? I got those letters because I have a brother, right? Who said, let's get these tattoos. So I'm like, you know what? Cool. I was going to get tatted anyways when I got this spider. I'm like, yeah, let me get a tattoo with you. We'll do it, right? So I go, I get the tattoo, and I get the letters inside of it, something subtle, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't just by itself. I made it work. And the letters stand for get it how you live, right? So I got the tattoo. And then guess what happened? My brother never got the tattoo, bro. He never got the tattoo. So he gonna see this. And I hope you see this, man, and realize you still never got that tattoo. But it's cool. Uh, get how you live, man. That's what I got that. On my arm, I got both my grandmother's names. I got my grandma Maria over the Puerto Rican. I got my grandma El Burrito over the Trinidadian side over there. You know what I'm saying? I got the aunt right there on my shoulder. I got a line. This was actually a cover up. I had a line under that tattoo, right? And I guess the dude who did my tattoo, like I was 16, I guess he thought he was doing me a favor, man. They hit my line talking about they need some help with something. Like, hey, bro, I ain't finna just help you now with like throw you some money, but I said you could tap me and I'll pay you for the tattoo. So he was like, yeah, come through. I'm like, I've been wanting that line for a minute. And when he was trying to charge me before, I wasn't gonna drop it on that. So he's like, yeah, I got you, bro. So I come through, do the tattoo, and it was horrible, bro. It was horrible, man. It was the biggest one. It's on Front Street. So I had to walk around that for years, man. I took it on the chin. And then I think it was 2024, 2025. I got this fixed. I think it was 2024. I went to West Palm and got it covered up, and he did a great job, man. Dude did a great job. I always say I'll never get a tattoo where I can't see it, right? Because let's say I had it on my back and I would have never known that it was messed up, you know? But I ain't got no tats on my back. I got my chest, my ribs, and just a sleeve. Always said I'm gonna keep one arm clean, right? Always said I'm one arm clean so I remember what my arm looks like. Now that may sound funny, that may sound crazy, but is real life. I always say I'm gonna keep one arm clean so I know what my arm look like and I can have one, you know what I'm saying, that look clean without it. And like I said, if I was doing the fitness stuff and I would have known I'd be getting into this stuff at a younger age, I wouldn't have gotten none of these tattoos. Cause I think people who don't have tattoos look better when they're in shape, when they're built, you know what I'm saying? When you ain't got no tattoos, like you can see everything better, you know what I'm saying? You look more presentable, right? But I didn't do that, so it's cool. I'm rocking out with the tattoos, right? I do got one more tattoo I want to get on my body. I got this side of my chest tatted, but I'm keeping this side clean, and I'm gonna get some right here on my stomach. Probably I don't know how big it's gonna be. It's gonna cover most of my stomach, but like at least where my lower abs is to like my waistline, I'm gonna get a gorilla, a real deal gorilla. I got the exact gorilla I'm finna get. Let me see if I can put a picture up for y'all. I got the exact gorilla I'm gonna get, man. I'm just waiting on it. I know it's gonna cost me some bands, you hear me? It's gonna cost your boy some bands to get this tatted. But you know, a tattoo cool, bro, lasts forever. This right here. Get it close. I can see it. Let me get this tatted. Right there. Bomb. And that'll be my last tattoo. Gorilla is my favorite animal, y'all. In case y'all didn't know. I rock heavy with apes. You know? So that's what I'm gonna get. Let's see. Let's talk about hygiene again, man. We talked about it once before, and I'm bringing it back up, man. Uh, the people I'm around, at least, are on top of their hygiene, right? But I do know it's a lot of people I come across on a day to day that aren't on top of their hygiene. That goes for looking presentable, smelling presentable. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Keeping your haircut goes in the looks. Make sure your hygiene, your mouth is on point. Hands, you know, all that kind of stuff. Your clothes, you ain't got no stains on your clothes. You ain't got no sweat marks on your clothes. Things of that nature. Hygiene's a big deal, you know. First impressions are a big deal. When somebody first sees you, they're already gonna judge you or have something to say about you out the gate, off the rip, right? So you want them to have the best things. You want them to have the best what's the word, man? The best first observation, the best first impression. You want to be able to say nothing crazy about you. They can't say no, but this person is very handsome. This person is very pretty. This person is very groomed, well put together, so on and so forth. Those are the first things I want somebody to say when they see me, right? So that's how you got to carry yourself. When you go 2 weeks without a haircut, when you go a month without a haircut, man, what you doing, bro? What you got going on? Unless you got a certain style or something that go with it, it's like, cause when I had my hair long, I used to just get a lineup. Every week I get a lineup, and then every 2 weeks I get the actual haircut with a low taper. You know what I'm saying? But I always had a haircut. My hair covered my hair anyway, so unless I put it up or I did something with it, you couldn't really see my haircut. But when you did, my shit was always straight. My shit was always crisp and clean. You heard me? So even now, bro, I got my haircut low. You will never see me without a haircut, bro. Somebody told me the other day, they was like, man, I never seen you down bad. I was at work. One of my coworkers, man, I ain't get a haircut for, I think it was like a little bit over a week. And they was like, damn, you letting your hair grow back out? I was like, damn, I just ain't go get a cut yet. Like, chill, like, I'm finna get my cut, you know what I'm saying? But I built that reputation, you know? I worked on building a reputation. So people already know they've never seen me without a haircut. They don't even know what I look like without a haircut. If I don't got a haircut, folks gonna be thinking I'm depressed. Folks gonna think I'm going through it, you know what I'm saying? So that's a big deal, man. Getting a haircut, man. Staying well groomed, bro. Your nails, bro. I don't know how often you're supposed to cut your nails, right? But I'm gonna say every 3 days to every week. That's how often you need to cut your nails, right? It's easier to keep up with things too. So I clip my nails, right? And then after I clip them, I might file them down. And if they get a little longer, I'll just file them instead of clipping them. And if I don't feel like filing them, I just wait next few days, clip them, and then file them again, and take a little minute. And then, like I said, they coming in, file, and do that and keep up with it from there. So that's an option. Some people go and get their nails done and stuff like that, like a pedicure, manicure. I've never had one of those done. Uh, Maybe I should. Who knows? But if that's what you're into, go ahead and do that too. As long as you get it done. There's these things you can buy called an arsenal. At Walmart, you got Manscaped. There's some off-brand ones. You go to Dollar Tree, dog, and get a kit for your nails. It has the files, has the scrapers, has what else it got? Clippers for your hands and your feet and things of that nature. Make sure your hands are nice and smooth. I need to start wearing gloves when I work out, but make sure your hands are nice and smooth. Make sure you got one of them rocks, so when you go in the shower, you can scrape your hands. You know, I just bought this thing recently. It's like an electric. You press it, and it get to rotating, and it's like a rock, but it rotates. So I put it on there. It knock all that stuff off easy, Zzz, like that. What else it is? Some clippers, man. Some clippers is another thing you need, man, to shave. Like if I don't hit the barbershop in time or my beard start getting a little too long, I just hit it real quick, groom back down, just so it stay how it's supposed to stay. I haven't used this because I don't trust myself enough, but some of you guys that know how to cut your own hair and line yourself up, that's good too. Clippers for that, or even a blade to just line yourself up real quick, clean up. Let's see, going out, it's kind of spontaneous. Freshen up real quick. That's something else you need. What else I be having, man? A scrub when you in the shower, bro. Get all the dead skin off you. Uh, it's called the brown thing. It's like a loof. Is it loof or loafer? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about though. But I be getting the African scrub thing, bro. It's like a long. It's like this. Get it from Walmart. I've seen them at Dollar Tree too sometimes. There's different ones. Some hurt worse than others. I kind of like when that bit hurt a little bit, make me feel like I'm extra fresh. But I'll get that bit because you can hit your back and go like this with it. Pew, go like this with it. Pew, hit that back. Get all that stuff off you. Uh, and like I said, you'll feel it. Like you'll just feel more clean when you use that. Even versus a rag. Like a rag, cool. But I feel like the rag don't do what you need to do. Like it seemed like it's cool because you doing that, but you need something that really scrub you, bro. That really get that shit off. Them African scrubs, I think what they call it, they'll do that. What's another thing you need for hygiene, man? Toothbrush. You should have two toothbrushes, one for the daytime, one for nighttime. Maybe that's me being bougie, but you could just have one and you're fine. I like to have one for days and nights. And yeah, that's what you need, man. Two different toothbrushes, a tongue scraper. Those are very good too. A tongue scraper. They have some toothbrushes that have like tongue scrapers on them. You get some of those too. One thing I've noticed that's helped me with my teeth recently is having like a softer toothbrush. And the softer toothbrush definitely helps like with my gum sensitivity and whatnot. I'm not really like my teeth don't hurt as bad when I got a soft toothbrush versus one of them rough toothbrushes. And it just sometimes stab me. Sometimes I end up bleeding for no reason. You know what I mean? Versus a soft toothbrush, it do what it need to do, and it's safer. You know what I mean? I think it's Nuru, Nuru is the toothbrushes I use, and I also keep some in my car. Man, I keep some portable toothbrushes, disposable toothbrushes with me. Right? You never know what you're getting into. I might have just ate some on the way somewhere. I might have been headed somewhere, and something come up. I got mouthwash in my car too, but I use that. Or I'll just get a toothbrush, brush my teeth real quick, bomb, and I throw the little toothbrush away because it already has toothpaste in it too. You're good. And those are even better because you can hit what you need to hit. And you scrape. Mouthwash, great too. In case you got to get right, freshen up, do what you got to do. Floss is a big one. Now, a lot of folks say you need a string. I'm not a fan of the string. I like using the stick. You know what I'm saying? Using the stick. And I do what I gotta do. Bomb. I feel like the string, I gotta do too much. I gotta get up in there and do this and that, and I ain't into that. You know what I mean? So, to each his own. To each his own. But these are just a lot of little things you would get to help out with your hygiene, man. To help out with your hygiene, bro. And if you don't have the money to get haircuts every week, because I do know it does cost, man. Start figuring out how to clean yourself up. Figuring out how to cut your own hair, bro. Start practicing on yourself and get some clippers. The hardest thing is gonna be the behind your head, bro. But once you master that, bro, you master that, you good. You're Gucci when you master that. So that's an option for you guys. You can afford to get your hair cut right. That's one thing that's so cool. Like even when it comes to fitness, life, like everything from fitness transitions into every other aspect of your life, right? I'm saying that to say like in fitness, right? You can't do a push up, You have assisted push-ups. You can't do a pull-up. You have assisted pull-ups. You have another variation like an inverted row, some of that nature. So with that being said, uh, it's the same thing with life though. Like if you can't do this right now, there's an alternative. There's levels to this shit. You know what I mean? So like level one gonna be push-ups on your knees, right? Level two gonna be doing a regular push-up. Level three might be like a diamond push-up, right? So you can't afford to get your haircut every week. You go every 2 weeks that you can, every once a month you can, and then just follow what the barber did when you're on your own. You know what I'm saying? So go and get your clipper set, whatever, something small, and then line yourself up. Cool. You start lining yourself up. You see that's working out. You get the habit. You build that up. You're better at that now. Okay, now you finna start trying to cut your stuff a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe beard coming in, buzz it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your hair getting long, buzz it down. Just follow what he did, and then when you trying to go ahead and fade your stuff up and all that, that's gonna take a little more practice. But it ain't nothing but a thing for some practice, bro. It ain't nothing but a thing. What's some else, man? We talk about hygiene. Oh yeah, let's talk about aroma, man. Your aroma. You guys need to be smelling good, bro. You need to be smelling good, bro. Uh, when you walk to a room, people need to be like, "Damn, who is that? Who smell like it? Who got that on?" Right? That's how you need to be when you walk into the room. So I'm gonna tell you guys what I do. I'm not gonna tell you guys what I use now, but I'm gonna tell you how I find my colognes. Right? You go to the malls, you go to these little outlets and stuff like that. It don't gotta be no name brand. The biggest thing is you want something that sticks on you, right? You want something that stick, and also how to find the smell that you like and that you want this to be your smell, bro. Is you go there and you pay for the sample bottles, right? So a full bottle of some I might get might be like 150 to 200 some dollars, right? Cool, but if I get the sample bottle, it's only 20 some dollars. I'll get 4 or 5 different samples. I get A, B, C, D samples. Okay, today I'm finna use A. I'm gonna see what people say. I'm gonna see how people feel about this one. I may hear good things. I may hear bad things. They're like, oh, that's not that cool. Or like, if people ain't really saying nothing to me about it, I feel like it ain't strong enough. So I'll switch some up. Today's the next day I'm doing B now. I'm spraying B on me. Cool. I go to work. Oh, you smell good. What is that? What you got on, bro? Oh, you smell like some money. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wow, I love the way you smell. Like all that stuff. Okay, I know B. B did really well. I'm put C on now. You know. And it depends on the environment you at too. Like maybe that's at work. Maybe you're going out at nighttime. That's one thing. I might wear some during the daytime that I won't wear at nighttime, and vice versa. You know what I mean? So you gotta play with the experiment, but find your smell, bro. It's gonna be something you like. One thing I've noticed is a lot of like Middle Eastern and Arabic scents or brands are a lot better. Like they stick on you longer. So look for that when getting colognes. But you could go ahead at any spot and ask them if they sell travel size things. Even like what is it, uh Macy's, Target, what's another one, man? Uh Dillard's, I think it is. These spots where you ask them any kind of brand, even if it's like a very a big brand like a designer brand or something like that, you can say, hey, do you guys sell a travel size version? Or maybe like 40, $50. Nothing big, no big deal, you know. And if you can't afford those right now, man, you go to Bath and Body Works, man. Bath and Body Works is great. You go there, get some. Those things, I just don't like that because they don't stick. They don't stick on you as well. You know what I mean? They're not nothing spectacular. They do smell good, but they're not super special where it's like a unique, distinctive smell. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing when it comes to scents and aromas, man, and colognes. Go ahead, start going to like the outlets, the malls, and going to these little kiosks and stuff like that, and asking them, hey, do you sell this in a sample size bottle? They're gonna say yes. They're gonna sell it to you for 20 some dollars, maybe 30, in a little thing, and play with the experiment, whatever you like. And if you got a female, man, bring a female with you, bro. Have a girl go with you and be like, hey, I want you to help me pick out some and see what she likes. Cause females they got a different nose for certain things, man. You might think something smell good, or you might like the smell of something, but the females like this one more. You know what I'm saying? You like this, but they like this. Which one you want to go? You want to go what you like with, or what the females like, bro? You know what I mean? You gotta try that out too. Deodorant, man. Let's talk about deodorant too. Uh, I use Arm& and Hammer deodorant mainly because I don't know where I read it at, bro. It was some old stuff about how some of these deodorants be having like aluminum and stuff in them, and the Arm& and Hammer is really good deodorant, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it's never let me down. I got two different versions. They have like the powder one, and they got one that's like a it's like a gel. You know what I mean? So both are great. I have the gel one right now. It lasts me all day, bro. It lasts me all day. It hasn't irritated my skin at all. I used to get like Axe or Old Spice, and some of those deodorants, bro, I put it on, it start like tearing my skin up, bro. Like under my arms start burning and stuff like that, and I didn't like that. Or some of these deodorants, you'll get them and they'll leave marks on your shirt. Like if you wear a white tee, bro, it won't. It'll mess up your white tee. You feel what I'm saying? So that's a problem with some of these deodorants. So I'd recommend you go ahead and get Arm& and Hammer, or there's a female deodorant too, man. I forget what it's called, but it's a little blue one. All the females got it, bro. It's like a little blue powder deodorant. That stuff's really good too. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. Uh, you ain't gotta worry about no sweat or no nothing like that. All day you smell good. It's straight. Now the Arm& and Hammer ones, I know they have like certain scents that smell like one's a sport, one's like a fresh or whatever, and those smell really good. So if you're looking for more of a scent, go ahead get one of those Arm& and Hammer. Like I said, it's really good on my skin. It hasn't done nothing to me yet. It hasn't let me down. I've been using that for over like 2 years now after switching up from the Axe and stuff like that. So, and you don't need much. Like the one I gotta show you guys what it is, man. When I post this video, I'll show you guys. I'll take a picture and put it on there for what I use personally. But the one I got, bro, bro, I've had that one for like 3 months already, and he ain't ran through it yet. So like I said, you don't need much. Take you a long way. We're gonna talk about all that. Skincare, man, I'm not too big on that because I don't have really a set skincare routine, man. I moisturize my skin. Like I said, I use CeraVe and stuff like that. But sunscreen's a big deal, bro, especially with the sun coming out soon. It about to be summer. Make sure you got your little sunscreen on, man. Cause you don't want to end up with wrinkles, bro. You don't want to end up with a bunch of spots on you, things of that nature, bro. Sunscreen is very important. So make sure you got that on. I'm trying to do better at that myself. 'Cause I be forgetting, I be slacking, and somebody gotta tell me, "Hey, put this on. Make sure you put this on." I'm like, "Damn, you right," and I do, but I need to build a habit, take care of your skin. Like I said, you don't want to get older and have all wrinkles and stuff like that. Plus, you should have a skincare routine, man. Just take care of your skin. That's a big deal. I eat a lot of collagen too. Uh, I eat a lot of collagen, so I feel like that helps me with my skin. I don't really have no bad skin problems, nothing like that, thank God. So I think that's why though, because I eat a lot of collagen. We talk about the hair and all that stuff, your ears. Uh, I don't know if you have hair in your ears, bro. If you got hair in your ears, you got a problem. But you could just clip that thing up. You know what I'm saying? Get you some trimmers. Same with your nose. Get you a little trimmer, something like that for your nose. If you grow a lot of hair, I like your chest. Like, I don't like having no hair on my body at all, bro. Really. So I be shaving my chest and stuff like that too. I really should be getting a wax or whatever, but my shit isn't that bad. I know some folks be like monkeys around this bit. So if that's what you into, cool. But I don't like having no hair on my body like that, man. I shave at least once a week, my body. It also makes you more confident, bro, when you got your hygiene on point, because you can walk into a room and it's like you already know, like, what can somebody say about you? What can somebody say or do about you, bro? Like they can't even say nothing because you smell good, you're on point, you look good, you know what I'm saying? And that makes you more confident. So you're exuding that confidence out and people see and feel that, you know what I mean? That's why it's important to make sure you're on top of your hygiene, bro. So you have that confidence that you need. A lot of y'all ain't confident because you're not in shape. You know you don't smell good. You know there's nothing unique about you with your clothes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like your style, bro. You gotta find your little style too. That's part of hygiene. Is make sure you got a good little style and dressing well, man. You ain't gotta put on a suit and tie, but you gotta dress well. Have a certain style, bro. Figure out your style. You go to any of these little stores, Burlington, go to the mall like H&M, go on these websites, Fashion Nova, Sheen. There's probably more than that out there, but that's what I really doing. Cause I go there, man, I find something I like, and I put it on, bro. Find something you like, want something that fits you. It's put together, you know what I'm saying? And find your little style, bro. I'm not big in fashion, but if you are big in fashion, cool, you could do that. But sometimes you gotta keep it simple, bro. Find something that works for you, especially when you ain't got it like that. You just gotta find out, man. I'll put this shit on, make the shit look good, and go from there. Like me, I like the button downs, bro. I love button downs and things like this. So it made me feel real suave, made me feel real fancy and classy. You know what I'm saying? And it goes with my aesthetic. So you gotta find your little style, man. Again, that's another one of those confidence boosters. When you dress a certain way and you know you got that shit on, you walk in the room a little different. People talk to you a little different. And then depending on your job too, man, hygiene's a must. Cause like as a first responder, bro, you know, if you're out of shape, people gonna judge you. If you smell a certain way, if you look a certain way, if you don't have a haircut, your hair's all crazy, bro. Like, bro, you want people to be comfortable and trust you when you pull up to save the day, right? If you don't do that, it's gonna be an issue. You know what I mean? You're in the eye of the public. People are looking at you for answers. You know what I mean? So you want to present yourself as if you got all those answers, even if you don't. Even if you don't have all the answers, you know what I'm saying? You still want to look like you do. Especially depending on your job. If you go to the airport and this dude's looking crazy and he trying to give me directions, I'm probably not gonna listen to him. I probably won't even ask him or talk to this person versus me talking to somebody else. Subconsciously too, bro. A lot of times you don't even realize you do it. But like if someone is dressed a certain way or looks a certain way, you're gonna approach them or talk to them differently with somebody else. You might be more warm and welcoming to somebody versus somebody who looks crazy. You know what I mean? Also, for all the dudes, while we still on topic of hygiene, cause I'm gonna wrap this up, man. Is I would hate, man. I would hate to get with a woman, right? And she says that I stink, or she says, like, why don't you ever have a haircut? If a woman said these things to me, bro, I would, you feel what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's a big deal for hygiene, bro. No, don't no woman want to be with you or be around you if you stink. Uh, you don't look good. You know what I'm saying? She ain't got nothing she could brag on about you. You know, that's something to consider, bro. Something to consider. You'll have more options when you do these things too, bro. You have a wider variety you could pick from, because you're on top of your stuff. You doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? When you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you play good. That's what they say. So, same concept, man. Take care of yourself, bro. Take care of yourself. Another thing about hygiene, man. I've heard this a lot on the internet. I don't really indulge too much with people in these conversations, right? And I'm getting somewhere with this. But apparently it's an issue, right? Of people hitting stuff raw. I don't know what's up with you guys, man. I don't know what y'all got going on, right? Me personally, I stay strapped, bro. Stay strapped so you don't lack, right? You ain't never lacking cause you stay strapped. Cool. If you even if it's your girl, man, I don't know. Even if it's your girl, bro, do not hit raw, bro, because there's too many factors that can come into play. Unless you're ready to have a kid, bro. Low key, any woman you sleep with, bro, there is a chance you might get this woman pregnant. There is a chance you might contract something from this person. Anybody you deal with, right? So I'm going to close the chances of that happening by me staying strapped, right? I don't think it's that big of a deal, right? Unless you have some kind of allergic reaction to these things, stay strapped, bro. And also, I'm gonna put you guys on game. I don't have my bag with me right now, but I'd show you. Is there's a certain kind that you could get that people don't even notice, right? It's the what it is. You got raw and then you got the bear skin of Trojan. No, it's Magnum. You got the Magnum raw. You got the Magnum bear skin. I think the ones I got is the bear skin. I don't like the raw because them is a little too thin, and I don't know how I feel about those, right? But the bear skins, bro, the bear skins, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. It's gonna sound crazy, right? I was with Shouty. She said, go ahead and put one on, right? I put that thing on. I go to do my thing, right? I go to do my thing. She said, I thought I told you to put one on. I said, it is on, right? When that happened, I knew that these was the truth, right? Because she couldn't even tell that I had one on, right? Go ahead and go to Walmart, go to CVS, go to Walgreens and get you Magnum bear skins, right? And try those out. I guarantee you, bro, you're going to be safer. You're going to be okay. And it's not going to be no issues, bro. You know what I mean? Don't hit nothing raw, bro. That's part of hygiene and health, bro. Please do not hit nothing raw unless you're ready to have a baby or potentially catch some shit, right? I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want to see that for you, bro. Just go ahead, go to the store and spend a little $13. $13? $13 is better than 18 years. $13 is better than your lifetime, bro. $13, it will save you everything. Prevention versus cure. Remember that. We're always doing that, bro. We're always paying for prevention versus the cure. We do not want to pay for the cure because sometimes it ain't no cure, man. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no cure all the time. So go ahead and get that prevention, bro. Goddamn, $13 for the box. Magnum bear skins, bro. There's no reason for you out here hitting nothing wrong. I don't care if it's your girl. I don't care if y'all been together all these years. Unless y'all got some kids together already, bro. And that's your main girl. Like that's your left arm. You know what I'm saying? That's your right hand. You feel me? Ain't no need to be hitting nothing wrong. Another thing we got on this list, man, is creating opportunities, right? Uh, I've been thinking about this a lot lately. You know, I found myself distracted a lot lately, man, by little stupid stuff, man. I might go make a post and end up scrolling. I might have to schedule these posts, and I'm like, damn, bro, I hate sitting here on my phone scheduling all these posts, and I get tired of it, and I go find something else to do, right? That's a problem, bro. That's a problem, man. You need to stop getting distracted, right? And I tell myself all the time. And a lot of opportunities will not just fall in your lap. You have to go get them, right? You have to go get these opportunities. Another reason I'm saying this because a lot of people I notice, especially since I started doing this podcasting thing or like just get around more people. I'm going to events, trying to mingle and stuff, talk to people and things of that nature. Is that a lot of people don't know how to talk. A lot of people don't know how to hold a conversation. A lot of people aren't really that interesting. A lot of people don't have experiences. A lot of people don't know how to communicate. You know what I'm saying? That's like me going to a spot saying good morning to somebody, they don't say good morning back. That's like a normal human skill. That's basic respect. That's basic conversation right there. That's me going somewhere and saying, hey, how are you doing? I'm good. They say I'm good. I feel like, okay, cool. They don't want to talk. If I say, hey, how are you doing? They say I'm good. How are you doing? Oh, this person wants to have a conversation with me. Let's indulge. You know what I mean? Things of that nature. A lot of people don't know how to do that. I don't know if a lot of people weren't taught that, or if a lot of people just have like what's the word? Social anxiety, or people are scared for a thing to go wrong in the conversation. Maybe scared of rejection. I don't know. I don't know. But I've noticed that with a lot of people, man. And a lot of opportunities come from talking to somebody, bro. Like if I have a dream or goal or something I'm trying to do, I might tell somebody, hey, man, I'm working on this. I've been doing this for XYZ amount of time, bomb, bomb, bomb. And he be like, oh, cool, I've been doing this too, right? I'm gonna tell you about my dog Clint, right? Jungle Time Fitness, right? Uh, we was talking, bro, having a conversation. He came on the pod, we did our first episode, and then come to find out, bro, through conversation, we got the same coach. We have a lot of similar interests. He's doing the same thing I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So that was really cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? It came up in conversation. Uh, I can name a lot of different situations, but like, bro, everything you want is on the other side of a conversation. So you need to work on talking to people, bro. Just being normal, being able to hold a conversation, maintain the conversation. Now it's different if you don't want to conversate with this person. You know what I'm saying? Because I might be short and sweet with somebody. Like we talking, and it's not really going nowhere. I'm not really feeling what the conversation talking about. You know what I'm saying? I might switch it up. But like if it's somebody that's like they cool or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and you could chop it up with them, cool. Learn how to have a conversation, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's no big deal. It's no big deal, man. Uh, don't sweat it, bro. Don't overthink it, man. It's okay. What's the worst that can happen? That's how you gotta look at it, bro. That's how you gotta think. You feel me? Ain't nothing wrong come out of the situation. But the depending on what you're going on for, let's say you shooting a shot at a girl, right? The worst you can say is no, right? You talking to the dude, right? The worst he could do is just not be feeling the conversation, bro. I might say, hey, what's up? What's going on, bro? How you doing, bro? Hey, what you got going on? What you do for work? Bomb, bomb. Chop it up from there. Matter of fact, I'm gonna teach you guys something right now. Let me look it up. I'm gonna teach you guys something. I read this in a book. I forgot what the book was called, but the book taught me this. It's an acronym. I think that's what's called acronym, right? It's called from, right? Whenever you have a conversation with somebody, right, you always think of from. You could talk about it. I don't know if it has to be in order or not. I'll find a book for you guys later, right? But the start is family. You ask somebody about their family. Hey, how many kids do you have? Or hey, you married? Or things of that nature, right? Family. How's your relationship with your mom? You have any siblings? You know what I mean? Things of that nature. The second thing is occupation. What do you do for work? How is your job? Oh, how did you get into that? You know what I mean? Number three is recreational, man. So what do you do for fun? What are some of your hobbies and some of your interests, right? Okay, you like doing this, you like doing this, you like wine, you ever been to wine tasting? Oh, you like golf. Okay, how often do you go golfing? You know what I mean? How did you get into golf? Things of that nature. Last one is motivation, man. What are some goals and stuff you're trying to do? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What keeps you going? You know what I mean? What's something you're trying to achieve? Oh, I'm trying to get a house in the next 3 years, man. Me and my wife been working both our jobs, doing overtime like crazy. Oh, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. What's next after that? Get the house, cool. You ain't traveling, you trying to do things of that nature. Cool. So those are the four things you can have a conversation. If you don't know what to say or how to start a conversation, think of from family, occupation, recreational, and motivation. And I'll find a book for you that I got that from, so you guys can have it. But yeah, man. Start talking to people, man. Start being more social, bro. Start going out and introducing yourself to people. Hey, I'm so and so. This is what I got going on. Nice to meet you. That's all I gotta be. Nice to meet you. The conversation don't gotta go any further. Let them decide if they want to keep going, right? If I go say, hey, what's up? Let's say I go to the function right now, right? I pull up, I meet somebody, hey, what's going on? Hey, I'm so and so, man. You know what I'm saying? I might give him a compliment. Let's say it's a dude, right? I might let him know, hey, bro, you got that shit on, bro. Hey, I fuck with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, when you get those, where you get those from? Bomb. Same with a female. I might see that she got some kind of makeup on, right? I might compliment her makeup. Start the conversation from there, right? I might say something about her hair. I might say something about her nails. I might say something about the bag she got. Maybe an outfit she got on, right? Cool. It's an opener. It's an opener to the conversation, right? And then from there, you see how they're coming to see where you go from there next. You know what I mean? This shit really chess, bro. It's really everything is so intentional. Everything is so like, okay, I'm gonna do this, then they gonna do this. I'm gonna do this, then they gonna do this, right? In any situation you win, you really gotta start looking at it like that, right? You can't just be floating through this thing because you gotta create opportunities, right? You gotta create opportunities, man. No matter what you're trying to do, what you're trying to get into, right? I'm gonna tell you how I met my brother Locke, right? He's not on Instagram right now, but you guys know who I'm talking about, man. My brother Locke stay in Atlanta. Y'all seen him in some of the videos we've done together, right? I met him because he reached out to me, bro. I paid for a post boost on my Instagram. He hit me up talking about he liked the handstands. That's what's up. And from there, I was like, oh, that what's up, bro. Like, where you from? We started chopping it up. And then ever since then, bro, it's been history locked in, bro. You feel me? But it was a conversation. That whole relationship started from a conversation, bro. And it's been a great thing ever since, bro. That time. And then, like I said, next thing you know, who else are you gonna meet? Who else gonna come across, right? Everything comes from a conversation, bro. So don't be afraid to go out there and talk to somebody. Don't be afraid to go out and introduce yourself. Matter of fact, that's your homework, bro. Make that a goal of yours. This week, bro, go introduce yourself to 3 people this week. Go to a setting where you have to meet somebody. Maybe at work. Maybe somebody at work you've never met before. Go introduce yourself to them. Stop them. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? I've never seen you here before. You know, things like that. Uh, the grocery store. You're leaving, right? I might read the person's name tag. I might say, "Hey, Rachel, how are you doing today?" Cool. Go from there. That conversation gonna be a little different. It all depends on the situation too, because I'm not gonna have the same conversation with somebody who's at work, at the grocery store versus maybe somebody I meet at a party. You know what I mean? Or at a lounge, some of that nature. So that's it, man. Just go introduce yourself to 3 people this week. That's your homework, man. Start a conversation with 3 random people this week, man. We're gonna start coming to an end over this, y'all. The last thing I want to talk about is some red flags, right? This was sitting on my heart because I was with somebody and they was talking about baddies and stuff, right? That's a red flag, man. That's a red flag. So here's some red flags that I got in my phone that I look for when I be dealing with people, right? It's another thing I seen. I seen this recently, bro. When a chick only has Cash App, bro, when she don't have a bank account, when a female don't got a bank account, bro, that's a red flag, bro. And she only got Cash App, that can mean numerous things, right? But that is never a green light for me. Cause like, why do you have money only in Cash App? Why don't you have a physical card or a physical bank account? Why don't you have a checking and savings account? You know what I mean? I never understood it, but like I said, it can mean a few different things, and we can have that conversation later. But if a female only has a Cash App, bro, and no bank account, major red flag. Do not deal with her, right? I may ask a female, I say, hey, do you watch baddies, right? For those of you that don't know what baddies is, man, go on TikTok, go on YouTube, and look it up, right? But baddies, bro, uh, is not a good show for them to be watching, right? It has a lot of negative, it's a lot of negative things in that show, right? So when somebody's watching stuff like that, I can already tell what kind of person you is, right? Cause you might act like them girls that's on baddies, right? Or you might want to be like them females that's on that show. So when you watch baddies, I'm not saying this like I'm not gonna deal with the person at all. It's just like I got my guard up now. I'm paying attention. I might look and see what you're doing. I might look at how you're moving. I might ask you a certain question, see how you answer the question, and I'm gonna know, okay, I'm gonna operate like this around you. You know what I'm saying? We gonna move this way around you. You feel me? So if she watches baddies, that's another big red flag, bro. Talk about the green flag, man. You know what I love? When a female has a distinctive scent, right? When a woman has her own scent to her, like when I know that this is this girl's aroma, that's a very good thing. That's a big green flag for me, man. When a woman has that unique, like I cannot find this nowhere else, bro. Like I smell it, I already know who this is. I already know who's coming around. That's a big deal, man. Very, very good green flag. Uh, I say same way for men when we keep our hair cut, when we keep ourselves groomed and stuff like that. I expect that from a woman as well. When a woman has her nails kept up, I ain't gonna say she got her nails done all the time, but when she got her nails groomed or when she has her nails done, maybe she got her hair done. Uh, Not even if her hair is done, but she's done it herself potentially too. She took the time to make sure she's looking right, even if it's something simple, right? Like a nice tight bun, you know what I'm saying? Or she took time to straighten her hair out today. Things of that nature, you know what I mean? When a woman take care of stuff like that, I pay attention to those signs, right? Because some people don't. Some people get lazy. Some people get comfortable. They don't think it's a big deal, but it is a big deal, man. Those things are huge, right? Another red flag, man. Another red flag. When it don't seem like a woman has any direction, man. No goals. They're not heading nowhere, you know what I'm saying? And that's not always a bad thing, because sometimes, bro, I feel like me personally, right? I got XYZ going on. You could help give somebody a purpose, but it's like, are they gonna take that? Are they gonna put the effort forward towards uh working and achieving something greater? If a woman ain't got no goals, bro, that's a major red flag. You say, hey, what are some things you're trying to accomplish right now? And they seem like they're just kind of flowing through life, man. You don't want to be around that person. That's a major red flag. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying they have to be like, oh, I want to be here in Dubai, or I want to travel the world and do this and do that. It ain't gotta be nothing stupid, crazy, right? It could be something simple as like, yeah, I want to have a house in the next 3 years, man. I want to start building a family in the next 2 years. I want to start doing this, doing that in the next few years. You know what I mean? Simple goals. Some people just say they don't even know, like they have no direction, no guidance. They're floating through life, man. And when you're around people that are flowing through life, bro, like it's anything can happen, bro. There's no direction, so you could be on track like this, and they start to bring it this way. You doing a U-turn now when you supposed to keep going straight, bro. Something to watch out for, man. Frequent emergencies, that's another big one, bro. Like when stuff pops up all the time, you with a chick, and out of nowhere, she has an emergency. Their car's messing up now. You know what I'm saying? Something's wrong at their house. They have an unexpected bill that came up, Major red flag, major red flag. That should not even be something that you're dealing with right now. Don't fall into that shit, bro. Red flag when a woman speaks about their ex to you too much, bro. When a woman keeps bringing up their ex, when they keep even speaking negatively about them, right? Uh, Major red flag, bro. There's no need. Why are we even talking about this, right? I always say that, like let's talk about me and you. We don't need to worry about the past. We don't need to worry about the last. We don't need to worry about none of that. Let's talk about what me and you got going on, cause I could care less. That has nothing to do with me and you, right? How's it gonna help us progress? How's it gonna help us accomplish our goals? How's it gonna help us move forward in life, right? When a woman be talking about their ex to you all the time, bro, block all that shit out, man. Hey, let me stop right there. Yeah. This ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? We need to focus on what we got going on, or we don't need to focus on none at all. You go your way, I'll go my way, right? So major red flag with that too, man. A big thing when it comes to these things, bro, is just being aware, bro. Being aware. Learning how to catch on to certain things. Learning like, cause someone else, right? You might deal with a woman talking about their ex, right? And you might think it's no big deal, right? Oh, it's no worries. Like, you know what I'm saying? She just kind of give me a rundown about this, and this. And it's one thing to bring it up briefly and maybe say, oh, yeah, I went through this situation, right? It's another thing to be like going in depth, having a conversation about this shit. You feel me? Those are two very different things. So it's just about being aware, like, oh, bro, she been telling me this, and this about this person, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because if she doing this about this person, what she would do to me, you know what I'm saying? Or why are we even talking about it? What makes you comfortable enough to even speak about somebody else that's not even relevant right now? You know what I mean? So it's just signs of character, you know what I'm saying? It shows you what kind of person you're dealing with. So just be aware of those things, man. Start looking at them from that third lens. You know what I'm saying? From that third point of view, right? Because I dealt with things like that too. Old me, man. I might have brushed something off, let something slide, and I think it was a big deal until it was a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Or then turned into something bigger than what it had to be. You know? But I feel like we talked about a lot of good things, y'all. Another little short video, late night session, man. As y'all can see, I'm pretty tired, bro. I'm about to call it a night and get this done. So I'll catch y'all on the next episode. And like always, man, if y'all got any topics, questions, or anybody y'all want to see up on here, man, y'all let me know and drop it down below. And until then, I'll see y'all on the next episode.